Available now. Link below.
In today's special report, we're looking at a story that will reverberate through the halls of Congress and across American homes for years to come. Imagine a scene straight out of a high-stakes political thriller. The House of Representatives, in a historic and razor-thin vote, impeaches Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas not once, but twice. Why? For his alleged failures that have left our nation's borders more than just porous. They've become a gateway for unprecedented challenges. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Following this seismic political maneuver, the Biden administration's Department of Homeland Security launches a scathing counterattack, accusing House Republicans of trampling the Constitution for political gain. This isn't just a story about impeachment. It's a saga of political warfare with the soul of America's border security and integrity at stake. You won't want to miss our penetrating analysis and the final thought that could change the way you see this nation's leadership and future. Stay with us for a report that promises not just insight and revelations right here, right now. Folks, before we dive deeper into today's special report, I want to share something crucial with you. You know, in a way, what's happening in our nation's capital right now reminds me of someone trying to secure their house only to find the doors have been left wide open. And just like you'd want to protect your home with the strongest locks. It's time to think about securing your financial future. With the turbulence we're seeing from Capitol Hill to our southern border, it's more important than ever to consider the stability gold offers. That's where our friends at Patriot Gold Group comes in. They're like the top-notch security system for your retirement. With Biden's administration's policies stirring economic uncertainty, isn't it time you protected your retirement with gold? Call Patriot Gold Group today at 888-857-9437. Mention Next News for best-in-class service. They offer a no fee for life for IRA for qualifying rollovers. Secure your financial borders with Patriot Gold Group. Call 888-857-9437 for a free investor guide. Remember, it's not just about protecting your money, it's about safeguarding your future. Now back to our report. In a move that sent shockwaves through the political arena, the House of Representatives has made a historic decision to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. This isn't just a footnote in American history. It's a full-blown chapter that speaks volumes about the current state of our nation's border security and the leadership, or lack thereof, that's supposed to safeguard it. Under Mayorkas' watch, the United States has seen an influx of over 10 million illegal immigrants, a staggering number that has not only strained resources, but has also raised serious questions about our nation's capacity to manage its border effectively. The situation has deteriorated to such an extent that it's been labeled by many as a full-scale disaster, one that Mayorkas seems woefully ill-equipped to handle. The sheer magnitude of this crisis has prompted urgent calls for a leadership overhaul, with many Americans longing for a return to policies that prioritize the security and integrity of our borders. Take a look.
Right now, the vote remains tied. Actually, just now went to 214, 213. Can we listen in to see if the speaker is going to gavel on the impeachment? Senator, stand by 1 second. We're going to see if the speaker will gavel the vote in.
On this vote, the yeas are 214 and the nays are 213. The resolution is adopted.
So that,
pursuant to Section 2A of House Resolution 996, House Resolution 995 is hereby adopted.
All right, so there we go. On the second try, Republicans get the impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas. Now heads to the Senate. Senator Ron Johnson there. How's this going to go in terms of a trial in the Senate? I think we can all agree there's not going to be a conviction. What are Republicans going to highlight and win points on that they haven't already with the impeachment inquiry?
I'm not sure all the procedures here, but I think the House managers should be able to come over to the Senate and make their case. That won't be a bad thing. And again, I'm not giving up on the border. So I'm reaching out to influential members of the House, in the Senate, people who actually know how to secure the border, people who serve in the Trump administration. And we're going to try and put together a true border security package, not an immigration bill, not something that does more harm than good in terms of passing it, and then put that publicly before the American public, unlike what Leader McConnell did with secret negotiations, which so miserably failed.
The House's decision to impeach Mayorkas wasn't taken lightly. It came after a second attempt, a testament to the determination of House Republicans to hold him accountable for his actions, or more accurately, his inactions. The vote narrowly passing with a 214 to 213 margin marks Mayorkas as the first cabinet secretary to be impeached since the 1870s. This move wasn't just about making a political statement. It was the decisive action aimed at addressing a crisis that has far-reaching implications for the nation's future. Critics of Mayorkas have been vocal in their condemnation, pointing out that his tenure has been marked by a willful and systematic refusal to enforce federal immigration laws. This isn't just a failure to perform his duties, it's a breach of the public trust, a dereliction of responsibility that has left American borders more vulnerable than they ever have before. The impeachment articles accuse him of not only failing to uphold the law, but also of obstructing lawful oversight of the Department of Homeland Security, further compounding the crisis. In response to his impeachment, the Department of Homeland Security under Mayorkas' leadership has launched political attacks against House Republicans, accusing them of undermining the Constitution for political gain. However, these accusations seem to miss the mark. The issue at hand isn't about political maneuvering. It's about the safety and security of the American people, something Mayorkas has repeatedly failed to ensure. The pushback from the Biden administration and its allies does little to address the core issues plaguing our border security. Instead of acknowledging the failures and working towards meaningful solutions, they've chosen to deflect and attack, further entrenching the divides that's hindering progress on this critical issue. Amid this political turmoil, the silent whispers of Trump 2024 grow louder, reflecting a yearning among many Americans for leadership that understands the importance of strong, effective border control. The impeachment of Mayorkas isn't just a rebuke of his handling of the border crisis. It's a clarion call for a shift in direction, for policies that put the security and well-being of American citizens first. And take a look at this. As Representative Dan Bishop states that Mayorkas is a danger to every American, it's a powerful reminder of the stakes involved and the urgent need for competent leadership at the helm of Homeland Security efforts.
Many have said what the issue is. Many have mischaracterized it, in my judgment. The issue presented by the articles of impeachment and why they should be adopted by the House is not a matter of policy. It is not a matter of maladministration. It is not a matter of incompetence. It is not a matter of neglect. It is not even a matter of refusal to enforce the law. It was stated succinctly and aptly in the district court opinion that ultimately led to the United States Supreme Court last summer in Texas, in United States versus Texas. The core of the dispute is whether the executive branch may require its officials to act in a manner that conflicts with a statutory mandate imposed by Congress. It may not. You see, the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, issued guidelines, administrative law, instructing the Department of Homeland Security not to detain criminal aliens, nor those ordered finally removed. That is what he did, and that was flatly contradictory to statutes passed by the Congress in the mid-1990s. We are a nation of laws. The court has said, the Supreme Court has said, it cannot referee this dispute. It is up to Congress. And the Congress has but one means in this situation to vindicate the law. It cannot help the situation by shutting down the government, by cutting off funding. There is no new cabinet secretary to refuse to confirm in the Senate. There is but one means: the impeachment of the secretary who purported to issue law defying the Congress. That must result in his impeachment. If the law is to have any force, if the Congress is to remain of any significance in the jurisprudence in the law of the United States.
As the narrative unfolds, it becomes increasingly clear that Mayorkas' impeachment is more than a political skirmish. It's a reflection of a nation at a crossroads faced with a daunting task of securing its borders and restoring faith in its institutions. The challenges are immense, but so too is the resolve of those who believe in the principles upon which this republic was founded. Before our final thought, an important message from Gary Franchi.
That's right. As the 2024 election approaches, the fog of misinformation grows denser. The silent coup serves as a lighthouse, guiding you through the stormy seas of political machinations and biased reporting. This is the time to fortify your convictions with facts. Your copy is waiting. Embrace the clarity it offers. The link to your beacon of truth is in this video's description. Now back to you.
Thanks for that, Gary. Make sure you tap the link in the description to secure Gary's new book, The Silent Coup. And now for our final thought. In today's America, the impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas isn't just a political maneuver. It's a stark testament to the dire need for competent leadership that genuinely prioritizes the security of our borders and, by extension, our nation. This historic vote is not merely about one man's failures. It's about highlighting the critical importance of accountability in our government officials. As we stand at this moment in time, it's imperative that we demand more than just promises from our leaders. We need action, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to upholding the laws that protect and preserve the integrity of our republic. Let this moment be a call to all Americans. The security of our nation and the safety of our people must always come first. As we look at the future, we may choose leaders who will stand firm in the face of adversity and sealing our borders and safeguarding our cherished way of life. Thank you for watching. If you got value from this report, tap the link and tell a friend.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.